I'll not run from this crisis, Vandar. I am a knight, as you are, living by the code and the measure. I will defend my home and lands to the last, and die by that code of honor if need be. Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe. Hope you all had a great Father's Day. And in honor of Father's Day, we at the Corner have decided to make a video all about a certain father of one of the heroes of the Lance, namely the father of Sturm Brightblade, Angriff Brightblade. Born in the year 300 AC and having died in the year 335 AC, Angriff was a Knight of the Rose, and of course his most notable accomplishment was being father to Sturm Brightblade. He was husband to Illis Brightblade and the head of his family, as well as the wielder of the sword Brightblade, from which his family derived their name. At an early age, Angriff was trained in the warrior arts. He never thought that the order was the whole of his life. After he attained the rank of Knight of the Crown, he would venture out on his first campaign during the 4th Narracan campaign. And while there, he picked up the knack of being able to tell when a person wanted to kill him. It said, after this campaign, Angriff spent a great deal of time working on his swordsmanship, and he gathered a reputation for recklessness by knights who thought he should have been a bit more conservative in regards to battle. But Angriff remained fairly undefeated. In 320, he married Illis, and shortly after that, his father, Emmeline Brightblade, passed away, and Angriff became Lord of Castle Brightblade. The next major incident involving Angriff would be the defeat of his childhood friend Boniface Crownguard, whom he defeated with little more than an olive branch against Boniface's sword. This is something that Crownguard never forgot or forgave, and he swore to make Angriff pay someday. Angriff, though, for all his skills in war, would prove a terrible landlord and overlord of his lands, as, yes, he was very generous to his people and offered up a great deal of aid to them, but he ended up sinking his castle into a great deal of debt due to his own inability to quite understand how to better administer it. Eventually, peasants from the lands of Lemish, Southland, all over Salamnia, rose up against the knights. This rebellion was one that was led by a man named Ragnall, and in 335, after torching Vingard Keep, Ragnall's forces moved to attack Castle Brightblade, surrounding it and initiating a siege. Angriff gave his men a choice. They could leave, or they could stay and defend him. Most chose to leave, and the rest, including Alfred Markinen, Gunther Ulf Wiston, and Crownguard, along with Vandar Brightblade, chose to continue to defend the castle. However, Angriff, meanwhile, took measures and ordered Sorin Vardis to slip his family out, while he and many of his knights tried to stay behind to defend the castle walls. Angriff was holding out hope that his friend Aegeon Pathwarden might arrive with reinforcements. The soldiers never showed up. Aegeon and his entire troops were ambushed, slaughtered by the rebels. Boniface and Sir Vertumnus met with these rebels and paid them to attack and kill Aegeon. This Angriff did not know, but suspicions were eventually awoken against Vertumnus. Vertumnus was accused of betraying Angriff, only to flee. As to Boniface Crownguard, he got away with it. Angriff, though, he traded himself over to the rebels to save his friends and his guards. When he went out to surrender himself, he went without Brightblade or his armor, and was never seen again. Later, by the time of the year 346, Sturm, Angriff's son, would venture off into Salamnia, where he would find his father's sword Brightblade and his armor, confirming that Angriff truly was dead. What can we learn from Angriff Brightblade? He risked it all to save his son and wife and all his friends. He truly represented every noble virtue a man could have, save for his mismanagement of his estates. That said, even his worst enemies could not help but praise him, save for perhaps Boniface Crownguard. Angriff represents also every positive virtue a father also has, as he cared more for his son than he did anyone or anything else. So with that in mind, I hope you take the time out of today to honor and do something special for your father, as Sturm likely would have liked to have done for his dad. And if you enjoyed this video, do feel free to smash that like button and even smash that subscribe button as though you were Blue Dragon bearing down upon Angriff's beloved son.